Today's video is sponsored by Canadian Tire. They recently sent me some of their new Maximum line of tools to test out. These are the new 20-volt brushless tools, specifically an impact driver and a drill, and along with that a compact cordless circular saw. Now I'm mostly a woodworker, and I think these tools are more aimed at a builder or somebody who's doing more home construction projects around the house, but I have a project in mind out in the garage where I should be able to put these through their paces. Both the drill and the impact driver come with 2 batteries as well as a small carrying case. It's pretty small, I'm not sure what I could do with it, but it will fit both drills, so you could put both drills together if you want to. They also come with a belt clip and a little clip here for mounting drivers, and you can attach them on either side, which is nice. If you want to put it on your left belt or your right belt, you can choose that. The drill also comes with a slotted and Phillips driver bit. Bad move, Canadian Tire. Where's my Robertson bit? The charger can be either mounted on the table or it has mounting slots so you can hang it on the wall, which is nice. Get it out of the way in your shop. The drill has a LED light here, turns on when you give the trigger a squeeze, and it also has a battery indicator that also turns on when you give the trigger a squeeze. Interestingly, the impact driver has the same battery indicator, however the light is up underneath the bit. I will have to see which one I like better. I'm more used to the light being up there than I am having it down here shining up at an angle. I forgot about this part. There's a handle included which you can mount onto the drill in a few different locations. It's not a hammer drill, so I'm not sure how much I would use this, but some people might like this just for helping to hold the drill steady as you're drilling. This saw is supplied as a bare tool, so you just get the tool and a basic 18-tooth saw blade. They also sent me a 4 amp hour battery. The drills come with 2 amp hour batteries, a little bit more beef, which you need with the saw. There is no case or anything else that is supplied with this. Hex key for changing the blade is mounted permanently right on the handle, which is nice. Keep it close at hand. There is also a battery charge indicator. It took me a while to find it. It's kind of hidden in here. So when your hand is on the handle, it's a little awkward to see. I'm not sure where else they could have put it because there's really not a whole lot of other space, but it is kind of awkward to see. This saw also has an electric brake. Stops very quickly after use. So one thing I've already noticed is this battery charge is supposed to light and stay lit for 5 seconds, but it doesn't. It turns off right away. The LED light stays on, but the charge indicator doesn't. And with this saw, I noticed the same thing. It turns off immediately. On the impact driver, it's got 2 indicators. I'm not quite sure why. And the one turns off immediately, the other one does stay on. Something's a little bit messed up there. Normally in my shop I use a selection of lightweight 12-volt tools. They range in weight from about 900 grams up to about 1200 grams. In contrast, the drill driver from Maximum is 1660 grams. The impact driver is 1360 grams. So yes, they weigh more, but really not that much more. 10 or more years ago, I designed this bike rack for my kids' bikes. Originally it was straight, I later angled it. I'll put a picture in here showing the original. It's great for kids' bikes, but once the wheels got more than 20 inches in diameter, it was just too wobbly and wouldn't hold properly. So then I came up with this design where I have a vertical part as well as the horizontal, which holds the bike much steadier. I've used this one for several years for my own bike. You can put the bike in frontwards, Or you can put it in backwards. It doesn't interfere with the chain or the derailleur or anything like that. So for the past few years, I've had a few racks for my kids' bikes. I need to add a couple of more now because I've got 4 kids. They're all getting bigger. I need to make the adult size bike racks for all of them. So that's what I'm going to do now. This design is on my website. It's really simple and basic. You can either do like with my bike where it comes straight out from the wall, or a very simple modification and bring it out at an angle if you're trying to save on a bit of space. Yeah, ordinarily I do these cuts on the miter saw, but I just really wanted to give this thing a workout today. Yeah, I don't think this saw is really designed for that cut, but I was just trying to do it with as few tools as possible, but and that's my quick and simple bike rack. And to answer the questions, why am I putting plywood on the bottom? That's because I have concrete down here, so it's really hard to bolt into the wall. So the plywood is just a way of tying the 4 individual pieces together so they will not rack and twist. I'm only able to tie it into the wall up high. If I had a hammer drill, I could go into the concrete. So I've had plywood here for the previous bike rack for like 4 or 5 years. It's not going to rot away overnight. It'll be just fine. So in closing, these are a fine set of tools. That's basically what I'm going to say. I was pretty happy with the drill and the driver. I thought they were light and very powerful. In the softwood lumber that I was using, the impact driver was sinking 3-inch screws basically as fast as I can push the tool. They're brushless, so they should last longer. Ask me in 5 years, I'll tell you how that's going. It's too bad about the little LED indicator, but that's not exactly a deal breaker. The saw is nice and light. Do not expect it to be anywhere near as powerful as a plug-in circular saw, but I kind of like that because I've never cared for circular saws. This saw, I always felt in control. I never felt like it was going to kick back or jump out of my hands or anything like that. Now I was using it in 2x6 construction lumber. It can do it, but it was clearly working hard. You're probably not going to use this on a framing site all day. I think it would be much happier with thinner stock, so cutting trim or probably breaking up sheet goods, which is probably what I'm going to use this for in the garage. Sure is nice not to be dragging a cord around, and yeah, the electric brake is another nice feature that I hope more saws would have. If you found that bike rack interesting and you'd like to try maybe building one yourself, you can find some basic plans on the website article, which is linked in the description down below. And as always, I'd like to thank you for stopping by and spending some time in my shop. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and we will see you next time.